Hi, Brianna. She's there somewhere. Nobody wants to show me their face today. Everybody looking rough. You all look like you're in the there we go, Martin. How you doing, Martin? That looks like, there you go. You're looking good. I'm looking rough over here. All right. So let's see. This is called product to sum formulas and sum to product formulas. Did I start recording? Yes, I did. Okay. So these are, we're going to learn how to use them. We're going to go through the proof a little bit. Just an informal proof. And then the rest can be proven the same way. Like I said, we're not going to focus on the proofs, just how to use them. This is your new version of the Pythagorean theorem. If I told you what is the Pythagorean theorem, you would tell me what? Anybody? What's the Pythagorean theorem? Anybody? Don't scare me, people. Remember, a squared
plus b squared equals c squared.
There you go. So it should be, I know some of you just don't want to talk. I'm going to assume you don't want to talk. That's why you didn't answer. But it should be that simple. You just remember certain formulas. The same thing is going to be true about product to sum and sum to product formulas. And we've learned a lot of formulas in chapter 5. If you think back, we're somewhere around 12 or so formulas already, and there's going to be a lot more. But these need to become just like the Pythagorean theorem. They are going to be similar, but you have to recall them and be able to use them for next year for calc. Because right now what you're doing is just practicing them to try to memorize them. And the more you do them, the better you'll get at them. And we'll talk about them once we see them. So this is, if you're taking notes, this is your title, 5.4 product to sum and sum to product formulas. Okay. We have our bell ringer, which is, go ahead and copy that down. Verify that sine of alpha times cosine beta equals 1/2 the quantity sine alpha plus beta plus sine alpha minus beta. Okay, so that's what we're asked to verify. Go ahead and copy that down. So normally when we have to verify, we start off with which side? The easy side or the difficult side?
The difficult side.
The difficult side, right? And this one, which one looks like the difficult side? The left side or the right side?
The right side.
The right side definitely looks more challenging, but in this case, I don't know that the left is any easier. It looks easier just because it has an alpha and a beta, but I wouldn't even know where to get started, right? So we're going to take a look at what it is that we know and see how we can apply it. Okay, so we know that the sine of alpha plus beta, this is one of those formulas that you're going to be memorizing. Some of you have it memorized already, right? So what is sine of alpha plus beta?
Sine of alpha times cosine of beta plus sine of alpha times cosine of beta.
Very good, okay? Sine of alpha times cosine of beta plus sine of beta cosine of alpha, right? And we also know that sine of alpha minus beta is what?
Sine of alpha cosine of beta minus cosine of alpha sine of beta.
There you go, right? I just wrote it backwards and you said it, Sarah. So good job, Sarah. All right, so now that we know these two, right? Now that we know these two, we are going to take these and we're going to take that first equation, the one on top. What if we took that first equation on top and we flipped it around, right? We're going to flip those two around. And we get this. Everybody okay with that? Sine of alpha cosine beta plus sine beta cosine alpha is equal to sine of alpha plus beta, right? So we're going to replace that with that. All we did was flip it around. Everybody good with that? Yes, no, maybe so. Show me thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways. There you go. Okay. So we did nothing extraordinary here, right? Good job. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing with the bottom equation, right? We're going to take that bottom equation and switch it around. So write them just like this. Okay. Copy what's in red. If you didn't copy the black, don't worry about it. You didn't need it. You want to write it like this, right? Because this means the same thing. And now what if we added both of these together? What would happen if we added both of these together? Which term is going to drop out? Anybody can tell me which term is going to drop out? You have the left side of the equation, you have the right side of the equation. Which term seems like it's going to drop out?
Sine of beta, cosine of alpha.
Good, Talia. Sine of beta, cosine of alpha, right? I have one that's positive, one that's negative, so those are going to drop out, right? And then on the left, I have 2 sine alpha, cosine beta. And on the right side, I have what was left, right? Sine of alpha plus beta plus sine of alpha minus beta. Got just no, maybe so. And now what? That's not what I'm trying to show. I'm trying to get to sine of alpha cosine beta. So I have that 2. So how do I get rid of that 2? I need to do what?
Divided by 2.
Divide by 2. Good, Sarah. But whatever I do to one side, I have to do?
To the other side.
Very good. To the other side. Good job. Okay. So now those 2's on the left side of the equation are going to cancel out. Hold on a second. I got a bunch of people that are trying to get in here. Is everybody in? Yeah. We're all in. Oops, so, okay. All right, so now those cancel out and we've got this. So that means that our equation or formula is verified, right? Got the idea? This is going to come back in a little bit. Everybody good? Yes, no, maybe so? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways. Just no, maybe so. Take a screen pic, and then you can analyze it a little bit later. All right, here we go. So our objectives are to use the product to sum formulas and to use the sum to product formulas. So all this is just going to be kind of an intro, but these formulas, like I said, are very important going forward. You're going to have to memorize these and be able to recall them as quickly as you do the Pythagorean theorem, okay? You're going to need this. The more you learn now about trig, the easier calculus gets, okay? If you don't, then you have to learn both during calculus. And that was like, remember I told you everybody has one rough year of math, right? My rough year of math was calculus. You don't want that to be you, okay? Because I didn't put in the time in both geometry and trig. So the product to sum formulas, what are those? Sine of alpha, sine of beta. Anybody that did their notes or did the reading, remember?
1/2 cosine of alpha minus beta.
Very good.
Minus cosine of alpha plus beta.
Very good. Good job, Talia. Okay, that's the first one. And the next one, you can keep going, Talia, or somebody else if they want to.
1/2 cosine alpha minus beta plus cosine of alpha plus beta.
Very good. Okay, what's the third one? I'll give you a hint. We'll call on Talia again.
Sine of alpha plus beta plus sine of alpha minus beta.
Very good. And Sarah will help us out with the last one.
1/2 of sine alpha plus beta minus sine of alpha minus beta.
Good job. Good job, ladies. Good job. All right. So go ahead and write these down or take a screenshot, whichever way you want to do it. I'll give you a minute. And now these, which one looks familiar? One of them should look very familiar.
The third one,
The third one, very good. The third one should look familiar, right? And why does it look familiar, Sarah?
because we verified it.
Yeah, we just verified it, right? And just like we verified that one, you can verify the rest. Okay, just like you verified that one, you can verify the rest the same exact way. Okay, you would just take them, two of them, add them together, and you'll see what you end up with. Okay, so we did basically an algebraic proof of this one. That was our bell ringer. Everybody good with this? So let's see how these play out. And you're going to go, oh, this is so easy, because it is. Okay, of these sections in chapter 5, like I told you, none of it is hard. All of it is new. It's just a matter of getting used to it and memorizing formulas. So of this stuff, none of it is hard. It's just new. 5.5 asks you to recall a lot of new stuff. So it's not hard, again, it's just new stuff. So I would start working ahead already and reading in 5.5 and start maybe writing down what questions you want to ask. Okay? So let's take a look at this one. This is the example. It says express example 1. So go ahead and copy that down. It says express a product as a sum or difference, right? And they're telling us it's sine of 5x times sine of 2x. So again, this is just about remembering the formulas. Sine of, what's going to be alpha in this formula?
That.
There you go. Alpha is going to be 5x. What's beta going to be?
2x.
2x. And the rest is just plugging it into the formula, right? The rest is just plugging it into the formula. Let's see, do I get everybody here? Okay. So now we plug in, what's the formula? Sine of alpha times sine of beta. Anybody? Volunteer. Talia and Sarah both got your backs already, so somebody else jump. We'll give them 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Sarah, go ahead.
1/2 of cosine alpha minus beta minus cosine of alpha plus beta.
Very good. Good job, Sarah. Okay. So now we're just going to substitute the values, right? You see where everything belongs, right? Like they said, 5x is alpha, 2x is beta, and then you simplify. So you plug in your values. So it's going to be 1/2 of cosine of alpha is 5x. So you go 5x minus 2x, which is beta, minus cosine of 5x plus beta. Okay? Got it? Just no, maybe so. No worries, Christopher. This is being recorded so you can watch the beginning later. Okay? So no worries. And this is easy stuff. Ask Sarah or Talia. They both seem like they got this. All right. 5x minus 2x is
3x.
3x. And then 5x plus 2x is
7x.
7x. Good job. Okay, so it's cosine of 3x minus cosine of 7x. Give you a minute to take a screenshot or write it down, whichever one you're doing. Got it? Just no, maybe so. All right, here we go. Let me just make sure I got thumbs up from people here. I make this bigger so I can see everybody. There we go. I got thumbs up from everybody. Sapphire, no thumbs up from you. Isaiah, no thumbs up from you. Find your thumbs up there. All right, there we go. We good, just no, maybe so. All right, here we go, move on. All righty, next one. Can you guys see that? I got some weird message over here. Does example 2? Hello? Anybody?
We see it.
Okay. Using the product to sum formulas, express the product as a sum or difference. This is cosine of 7x times the cosine of x. So, which formula are we going to use?
One half cosine of alpha minus beta plus cosine of alpha plus beta.
Good job. Okay. So it's cosine of alpha, cosine of beta. 1/2 cosine of alpha minus beta plus cosine of alpha plus beta. Good job, W. Okay. And now alpha is what?
7x,
Very good, Sarah. And beta is
x.
x. Okay. So you just substitute and simplify. Right? So you notice these are pretty easy right now. They will start to get a little bit more challenging when you start doing your My Math Lab, because you'll have to use some of the other formulas that you've learned in the past. But they'll introduce them to you little by little. First, you're just going to do a bunch of these types of problems just to learn the formulas. The best way to learn these formulas is to write them down about 4 or 5 times each, and then see what you can remember, right? I would try to remember them first and then see if I can write them down, and make sure you write them 4 or 5 times before you start doing any problems, because in that way you can start to recall them as you need them, okay? So before you do any problems, just practice with the formulas, make sure you've got them straightened out, because they look very similar, all of them. So the more you write it down, the better it starts to click in your head, okay? Now we just substitute the values for 7x and cosine of x. And this is 1/2, and then cosine of 7x minus x plus cosine of 7x plus x, and then simplify. So I get 1/2. What's 7x minus x?
6x.
Very good. Good, Haley. 6x. Hi, Haley.
Hello.
And then plus
Is 8x.
8x. Very good. Good job. Okay. Got it. Just no, maybe so. Take a peek. Take a picture. It'll last longer. I know y'all missed that.
Okay.
All right, we good? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways. All right, cool. Here we go. This is the sum to product formula, sum to product formula. So we did product to sum, so these are sum to product formulas. And this one, sine of alpha plus sine of beta. Volunteer, help me out. What is this?
Two sine of a alpha plus beta over 2, and then cosine of alpha minus beta over 2.
Good, Sarah. Okay. 2 sine of alpha plus beta over 2 times cosine of alpha minus beta over 2, right? So notice these start getting a little bit more involved, but notice you're going to use them so many times that it's not going to feel any different than when you use a Pythagorean theorem. Like I said, learn them first, try to see what you can remember, and write them like 4 or 5 times each before you start working out any problems, because in that way your brain will already start to try to memorize them. Okay. Next one, sine of alpha minus sine of beta. Volunteer.
2 sine of alpha minus beta over 2 cosine alpha plus beta over 2.
Good job, Talia. Okay. Sarah and Talia taking the lead, looking out for us. Haley's got us too, right? Haley, you got our backs?
Yes.
All right. So next one, cosine of alpha plus cosine of beta. Your turn, Sarah.
2 cosine of alpha plus beta over 2
Uh-huh.
cosine alpha minus beta over 2.
Very good. Cosine alpha minus beta over 2. Good job.
Oh.
And then the last one, who's got that one?
I'm gonna
You
attempt.
go? Okay, go ahead, Haley.
2 cosine alpha minus beta over 2 times. Whoa. Never mind. I was wrong. Mr.
You were taking a good guess. That's all right. We appreciate the effort. We appreciate the effort. So this one's a little different because it's got a negative, right? So Talia, go ahead. -2.
-2 sine alpha plus beta over 2 sine alpha minus beta over 2.
Very good. Okay. So like I said, these are all very, very similar. This is why you need to try to memorize them first and write them down 4 or 5 times each. Okay. And it seems like a lot of writing, just like if you were doing lines in elementary school for doing something that you did that was wrong, but that's the best way to learn these. Okay. And like I said, there are proofs to these and you can go through the proofs. Our bell ringer today was a proof of one of these, but you can see where the proofs would take a little bit of time. They are worthwhile for you as you go on in math. If you decide to take more math, I would go through the proofs. Right now, I don't think you need to. I think you just, if you memorize the formulas, you'll be fine, okay? Because they're going to be just like the Pythagorean theorem. If somebody asks you to prove the Pythagorean theorem, you might have a difficult time, but you're never going to have a difficult time remembering the Pythagorean theorem. So, and it's not hard. Once you see one, you see how the other ones will come from. But the proofs are not hard for you at this point, okay? You'll deal with that later on because they will have you prove these later on in math if you are going the math engineering route. If you're going the medical route, we just need to get through calculus. All right, we're good with this one. Let's see how these work. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways. Show me thumbs up, thumbs down. Good, everybody good? I see some thumbs. We good. All right. Here we go. Example 3. Express the sum as a product. So this is sine of 7x plus sine of 3x. Sine of 7x plus sine of 3x. So this would be which one of the 4 sum to product formulas? Sine of
2 sine. Oh.
sine of alpha plus sine of beta. Okay, we'll let Lan fill them in once we get there, Lan. You'll fill them in when we get there. What's the formula, anybody, for this?
2 sine alpha plus beta over 2
Mm-hmm.
cosine alpha minus beta over 2.
Very good. Okay, good job. Now, you can go ahead and fill them in with the values. Alpha is going to be what, Lan?
7x.
And what's beta going to be?
3x.
All right, so fill them in. So it's going to be 2. Lan, or
Oh.
okay.
2 sine 7x plus 3x over 2
Mm-hmm.
cosine 7x minus 3x over 2.
Good job, Lan. Okay. Got it? So notice, pretty simple. From here is just simplify from there, right? So simplify this, the first one. Let's go with Sarah. 7x plus 3x is Sarah's not here anymore.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't unmute myself. 5x?
Okay. Yeah, 5x. Very good. 7x plus 3x is 10x. Divided by 2 is 5x. And
My
then,
bad.
no worries. And then the other one, let's go with Haley.
It'd be 4x. I mean, no, 2x. 2x because
2x. Okay.
minus 3 is 4 and then divide by 2, 2.
Whoops. It jumped too fast. There you go. 2x. There we go. Go ahead and get it down in case you didn't get it down. Does this seem difficult? Not really. It's just new formulas, right? Everybody good with this one? We move on.
Yes.
Last one. You good, Martin?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Last one. Express the sum as a product. Cosine of 3x plus cosine of 2x. So this is cosine of alpha plus cosine of beta. So what is the formula? I want to be very brave and pick on somebody. Let's pick on, yeah, Martin. Let's pick on Martin. Did you write down the yellow one, Martin, or take a picture?
So the formula is 2 cosine A plus B over 2 cosine A minus B over 2.
Good job. Okay. So that's the formula. So what is alpha? Alpha is?
Is 2 cosine 3x plus 2x over 2.
Good job. And?
Then 3x minus 2x over 2.
Good job. Awesome. Okay. Got the idea? All you're doing is substituting, right? And from here, you just simplify. What do you get when you simplify that first one, this part? Still going to have a fraction, but
5x over 2.
very good. 5x over 2, right? And then the second part, what do you get?
X over 2?
X over 2. Okay. And guess what, folks? We are done for today. They're like, what? This is never this short.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. That's all that there is here. But you got to remember, although it seems short, there's a lot of formulas. Okay, there's a lot of formulas here. So there's a lot to practice, a lot to remember. It's not hard. It will get more difficult as you start using the other formulas. So don't assume it's all this easy and say, oh, I don't have to study for math. Okay, because remember, now you're starting to apply everything that you've learned. We've learned a bunch of formulas in these 4 sections. We've got 4 sections where we learned a ton of formulas, and now they all start to do this, right? It's you're learning new stuff, you're applying it right away. You're learning new stuff, you're applying it right away. None of it is difficult, but it all starts to come together. So if it feels okay to you, and once you start getting into my math out, send me questions. When you have questions that you can't solve, send them to me. This quiz, again, is not going to be hard. The one for 5-5, a little bit different. Not that it's hard, it's just new stuff, and you're asked to apply a lot of the stuff that you've learned. So if you feel comfortable with this, even with the applying of the formulas, you've memorized all your formulas, as you go into 5-5, start reading it already, so then that way you can get a little bit ahead. That one takes a little bit to wrap your head around. So you might have questions on that one more so than this one, okay? 5-1 through 5-4 wasn't hard. It's just a lot of stuff, a lot of easy stuff, and a lot of new stuff, okay? Any other questions on this? Yes, still maybe so. Let me get my phone so I can take a picture for attendance. I want to see everybody. Oh yeah, let me see pictures. Everybody. I want to see everybody. Everybody. Yeah, there you go. There's Land. Ah, I like it, Land. Usually, everybody. I'm missing some people. I'm missing Sapphire and Ileana and Lisbel and Sophia and Brianna and Alejandro and Christopher and everybody else. In 5, 4, 3,
I'm getting a cramp.
3, 2, 1. Cheese. All right, got y'all. All right, guys, if you have any questions, this is going to be on recorded, and I'll post it up there. And if you have any other questions, send them to me, okay? Have a wonderful afternoon. It's great to see you all.
Bye.
Mr. Delgado.
Yes. Talk to me.
I saw in my grade book I got an 85 on the 5.3.
An 85 on the quiz?
No, on the lesson, and I completed it complete.
You completed it? Okay, I'll check it. You
Yeah.
completed it. Did you get a 90 on the quiz?
93, I think it is. And I got an 85 on the classroom.
Okay, was that right on the quiz? Did I put the right score? Because I messed up a couple. A couple of people have emailed me that I messed up the stuff, the scores. So I might have been looking at somebody above or below you. So does the quiz say an A or?
The quiz says 90, yeah, an A.
The quiz is correct. Okay. So then I need to just change your MML, which was 100.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. No problema.
Thank you.
For letting me know. All righty.
Have a good day. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye. Any other questions, Sarah? Christopher?
Yeah, how's your daughter and your family?
Everybody's good. How are you? Everybody's good.
We're
Everybody's good.
good.
My daughter's driving me nuts. She decides to share the office with me. And I'm so glad she's having lunch with her mother right now because I got to actually teach her class and I have to deal with 1,000 questions. I had to literally give her graph paper to do her math. It was driving me nuts. You know, I being a math teacher is difficult because I'm a math teacher. My wife is a math teacher and she wants to be difficult about math. She's good at math, but she wants to be difficult. I had to give her graph paper for her to do her math today because she's making a mess just to drive me crazy. It's funny, but she just messes up because she knows I hate when things aren't lined up and things aren't pretty in math. So she's driving me nuts. But
How
yeah,
old is she?
she's 10. 10 going
Aw.
on 17.
But I'm glad everyone's okay and that you guys are safe.
How's your family? Everybody good?
Just
Good.
tired of the house.
Yes. Are you tired of being inside?
Yes.
Because I'm getting there. And I'm an indoor person. I used to be a very outdoor person. Now I'm an indoor person, and even I'm getting tired of being indoors. I think I
Like we
might go
planted a
walk.
garden the other day.
Huh?
We planted a garden the other day. And I
Oh,
don't
really?
like outside in dirt, but I was out there like pushing around the cow
Love the
poop.
dirt.
I was like, I don't like, I was doing the
More
soil. I
grass.
was like, let's
I'm
go,
ready
let's go.
As long as it's outside, get me outside. Well, stay safe. Enjoy your time. Build your new garden. I'm going to try to do something outside today because the people are telling me I'm looking heavier and I'm looking paler. I've put on a good 10 pounds at least. It's not the camera, folks. It's not the camera. All righty, Sarah. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Have a good week.
You too. All right. Anybody else staying? You have questions? No? Christopher? Christopher?